Hello everyone and welcome to another TVG Talk. My name is Paco Trevino and today I'm joined by Lauro Chapa.
What's up, guys?
And Carlos Cáceres.
Hey guys.
And today we'll be discussing some recent rumors that have been circling around the internet about the Nintendo NX. What they've been saying is that they were talking about specs, nothing specific, but they were saying that they were probably going to be making it just as or more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox One, and that it's going to be a hybrid console with characteristics from a handheld and a home console. So with that in mind, let's start the discussion. And Lauro, why don't you tell us some of your predictions and some ideas that you have based on the information that we've heard?
Okay, predictions. I think, as they were saying, the NX is going to be both a handheld and a home console, but they were very ambiguous with this. So what I'm thinking is some kind of gamepad from the Wii U hybrid, which you can take away from the console and play some of the games on the go, and then put it back in like a base thing which has some high quality processors and graphics cards and everything that let you play home console games and heavier games. That's what I think they'll do. I mean, we really don't know.
Right. So like something that you can sort of detach from the console.
Mm-hmm.
Not a controller per se, but more like part of the system.
Yeah, like a part of the system.
Okay. And do you think that there will be some, say, some disadvantages to the handheld, quote-unquote, version? I don't know, maybe specs or
the
quantity
the
of
specs.
games?
Maybe you cannot play like a Assassin's Creed.
Right.
But
AAA title.
Yeah, AAA title, of course. But you can play
say the eShop. Maybe.
the eShop.
Right. Okay, that's plausible. Carlos?
Well, now that you say about the disadvantages, they are saying some very serious declarations over there, right? I also agree in that if they want to keep up with those specs that they are saying, you will have to detach some part of the console. And it will be, well, I can't begin to imagine if it will be quite heavy to have, well, those specs that are saying, the amount of power that it will consume, the battery, because we are talking about hardware over here, right?
Right.
They have their limits, and if it was that easy, well, they would have already made a Super 3DS before, right?
Well, maybe not. Maybe this is the Super 3DS, because
Maybe.
back when the 3DS came out, definitely technology wasn't where it is right now. And I feel...
How long did the 3DS came?
It came out back in 2011.
Long time ago.
2011, and the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
2014? No, 13.
13.
Winter 2013.
Yeah, no,
2013.
we're way behind. Okay.
Yeah, and I personally feel like it's not going to be detached. I feel like it's more going to be like a controller, sort of like the Wii U and the gamepad. I feel that was the experiment to what it's leading up to the NX. I feel that it's going to have, you're going to have your home console, you're going to be able to play multiplayer, whatever, and then you're going to have the handheld, which is going to, it's going to be, I feel, something between the gamepad and the 3DS, where you have your touch screen in the bottom, your upper screen is going to play the HD, sort of like replacing the TV when you're playing on the go, and you're going to have your what's this, the control scheme is going to be more like a Pro Controller or the gamepad. I don't think we're going to see the circle pad or anything like that.
No.
Like or let alone the C stick, which
No, we can't.
God forbid. And something that we think, well, not we, I'm sorry. Me, what I think is that they're going to drop the 3D. I don't think they're going to sacrifice specs for the 3D
Yeah, I
again.
really don't
Yeah,
think so.
no. NX I don't really think they will have
Yeah, it's
And
the next
3D.
And you know, something very interesting is that the Wii U is not really that much behind the PS4 and the Xbox One in terms of specs. The real problem of the Wii U is that it loses a lot of specs sending all that information to the Wii U gamepad. You know, because it has to have two displays all the time.
Mhm.
And this is the reason a lot of games don't support, off TV play, something that they call it.
Mhm.
That's why some games don't support it, because they just can't.
Mhm. So hey, how do you think? I mean, you're talking about thinking it's going to be two consoles, right?
Yeah,
Like the handheld and home.
yeah.
How do you think that this will connect with each other?
I think there's two ways that they can handle it. One, when they're playing the same game via Bluetooth
Mhm.
and just sort of support each other.
Okay.
And when you are playing on the go, I think, and that's another thing that I'm considering. I heard online that the cartridge manufacturing has gotten a lot cheaper. And in fact, if you sell, let's say that the NX is going to have cartridges instead of discs. Today and age, it's much more expensive to make a game read discs than cartridges, because you can have like a small memory that you plug into the system and it plays the game, or and this would help it to be portable, you know, that you could connect, you could put it into the portable version of the NX and play it just fine. Obviously, sacrificing specs, you know, frame rate, whatever. And I think that that's one way they could do it. Another way that they could do it is that you sort of have a CD, like the disc, you put it into your NX, and it knows that you have the game, you know, maybe with a code, whatever. And then by a cloud system, maybe the Nintendo Network, whatever they want to call it, you can play those games on the go.
Wait, but if we're talking about that, well, we are already, let's say we already have guaranteed that the NX will work far away from the from the system.
I think that's something that should be a given, given that they're talking about a hybrid. Otherwise, it's just a buffed up gamepad.
But then, if that's true, we will have to consider, as you said before, the connection. Let's say something like cloud. It will be impossible to play without internet.
That's why he's talking about the cartridges.
Yeah, exactly. But now we have to think about, well, they will have to sell you the game with the CD and a cartridge?
No. What I'm saying is that both the home console and the handheld work with cartridges, because today cartridges are faster to read the games. They carry more memory, and apparently, I didn't know this until recently, that they are cheaper to both make the readers. They're not readers; they're more ports. And the cartridges themselves.
So I have a question. Can I play my Nintendo 64 games on this?
No, not those cartridges, man.
Okay.
And now I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about killing the Wii U so fast? I mean, it's going to be a very short lifespan of the Wii U, because they're talking about a winter 2006 release.
They are
2016.
saying, I don't believe this, but they are saying that the NX is not a replacement for the Wii U.
But we know it is.
Yeah, in the long run, yes, it is. The possibility that I think of is that the NX will be backwards compatible with the Wii U, so they will still be making Wii U games thinking about the NX. Like, maybe have a download code, so you have the disc for the Wii U and a download code for the NX.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
I mean, yeah, definitely. It's not the same, and you know, I don't think that
Only
they're
the
gonna
names
kill
will
it
change.
off. Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna kill it off right away, because I think that the new system that Nintendo is going to approach is having a unified Nintendo Network ID for all your systems. Unlike what we have today with the 3DS and the Wii U, that even though you have the same ID, you cannot play games from one system on the other.
Yeah.
But for example, what I think will end up happening is that all your eShop titles and all your Virtual Console and your download retail titles will be playable from the Wii U to the NX. I think that's what's gonna happen, based on that allegation that they're not going to be quite the replacement of the Wii U, at least right away. I mean, they said the same thing about the DS, and no, I think in recent history that's the only
Just
one.
the DS.
Yeah.
Now, just one thing before. I still can't imagine a. Well, just to clarify this, you think that when it is on the to-go version, let's say the NX, as a handheld hybrid, will it still have the same specs as it will have as a home console?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
at all.
because that will
I'm
be
going to
very
assume-
ambitious.
I'm going to assume that Nintendo is gonna play it smart and have the home console be 4K. If they do it 1080p, I think that they're going to make a mistake. So I'm going to assume it's 4K.
Yeah, because
Our-
they're talking about being same.
Superior to the Wii
Same
U
or
and the PS4.
Quite better.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are rumors that it's much better, but that's
Yeah,
not confirmed.
let's say that the possibility is 4K, right?
Mm.
Let's say that the handheld version is maybe 1080p or 720p. I mean, I'm going to assume that because otherwise, the handheld cannot be below HD. I think it's
No,
stupid
no,
to
no,
think-
no.
It's stupid. It's Nintendo. Please don't do it.
No, they won't.
Make yourself a favor. But because the smaller screen, it's acceptable to have a smaller, to have a worse resolution. Maybe also lower the frame rate, and maybe sacrifice some features. Say, for example, the home console version of Smash Brothers on the Wii U has a 8-player Smash. Maybe the handheld, just like the 3DS, will have up to 4. Little things like that.
Yeah.
I think it's acceptable. But say what we were discussing earlier about the microtransactions and the Xbox, that Halo 5 is letting local multiplayer go. Maybe the handheld NX will have some features gone, but little things like, for example, local multiplayer, online multiplayer, the stories themselves, access to the eShop, things like that are not an option to let go.
Yeah.
I think that there are certain things that have to be there for it to be a true hybrid experience. But otherwise, I think that it would be a mistake to do it any other way.
So when do you guys think it is going to be released?
Based, it's interesting because a couple weeks ago I would have said that I knew, quote unquote, that it was going to be a 2016 winter release. But based on the fact that they started saying that they just gave third-party developers the dev kits, I think it's going to be 2017.
But the Wii U dev kits were sent out about the same time as now.
And look at the launch lineup of the Wii U.
Yeah,
They won't make the same mistake.
but maybe they're working on some games for the Wii U that are going to be for the NX, like Legend of Zelda, Star Fox, etc., etc.
I think that if they did that, would be number one, a slap for everyone right in the face, for everyone who's buying the Wii U versions. But if they did that, along with a very, very strong lineup, say Metroid Prime, Mario Galaxy, obviously Zelda,
F-Zero,
F-Zero,
Pikmin 4.
Smash
Pikmin
5.
4,
that.
no, Smash 5, it's impossible.
Sakurai is currently dead.
Yeah, poor guy. I think that if we saw a really, really strong lineup, along with maybe backwards compatibility in some way to the
It
Wii U,
has to have backwards compatibility.
I'm worried about that. If they want to keep the cost down, I think that they're going to sacrifice some things, including
Yeah, that's
the
true.
CD, the disc
Disc drive.
reader.
Yeah.
But if they do something where maybe with your, I don't know, a certain code, sort of like the Club Nintendo code, like if you can have your Wii U titles downloaded into the NX, maybe we would be talking
I think
about
that's a
business.
possibility, yeah.
I think we were talking business, you know. But yeah, I think so. And what do you think? Do you think that the 3DS eShop and retail titles will be looked at with the handheld version at least? You know, maybe have if you have downloaded maybe Ocarina of Time 3D, can you play it on the NX?
Yeah, I think they will do it.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, because what I really believe is that they will probably make a discount, like in the case that they did. Like if you buy the game on the Wii version, we could have it on the Wii U.
No, but we're talking about the 3DS and 2NX.
Oh
Yeah, but they will.
Oh.
I think that they will do the same.
Are you talking like what they are doing with the Wii titles?
Yeah,
on
with the Wii
eShop?
titles. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I can see that. But
Let's
I would
say-
think it would be a dick move to
Well-
straight up take away the games that you do have on the eShop.
But I already have to pay 23.
Oh, you know what would be really cool? If, say, I don't know, because it would be hard to prove that you own a game in the eShop. But maybe if you put the disc on your Wii U and maybe, I don't know, pay a minimal fee just for the updated controls or whatever, maybe to have an updated version of Smash 4 for the NX. Or little things like that. And
I think that there will be
Yeah.
a lot of free smashes on everybody's NX. If
no,
they don't.
maybe you can do that only one per copy or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
that
you know?
will be
I
that
mean-
will be cool.
I mean, nowadays you can update the games and do that if you wanted to, but let's see if they want to do that. I mean,
Yeah, and as you said before, well, we're probably expecting backwards compatibility, so
yeah.
We can
I mean, Nintendo
still-
have done
yeah.
it for the past what? They did it from GameCube to Wii, from Wii to Wii U, and then if we look at the handhelds, it's even more interesting because we have the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, DS, and
That's
then we
right.
have the 3DS. You know, in handhelds they have not let it go ever since the Game Boy. You know, the
Yeah.
backwards compatibility. But I don't know. Maybe because I think that this is going to be the most differently made console that Nintendo has made ever.
Yeah, the structure.
Yeah, because this seems to be a very functional structure instead of a gimmicky one, say
Yeah.
like the Wii did or the GameCube with the small discs. You
Mhm.
know, like every time they've done something different and new, it was a very risky and out of the blue move. This seems to be, I think, a smart move to sort of unify what always has been the swan song of Nintendo
Mhm.
and what has been the more problematic one, their home consoles. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a very interesting console, that's for sure. And, well, to wrap it up, Carlos, how do you feel about these rumors that are circulating about the NX?
well, I'm quite excited, and as always, thanks Nintendo. You gave us some information, and we still know nothing.
Like
you.
those times that they make announcements but they say nothing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nintendo
Yeah, we're working on new
exceeds at doing that.
Like, yeah, you know, there's gonna be announcements about new games. Yes, we're doing new games.
But well, if we knew everything, we won't be talking about it right now. So
True.
thank you Nintendo again, and I really have high expectations of this new console.
Everybody does. Laura?
Well, I'm excited about this, and I can wait for the next Nintendo Direct.
When do you think that would be?
I think. I mean, we're receiving a lot of leaks. I mean, rumors and a lot of things. So I think it should be like about 2 days. Nah, but realistically, I think maximum a month.
A month.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I think that it's right around the corner.
A month. We can also expect our new Smash.
Smash!
Our new
Smash
play-
DLC.
Yeah, Smash
Yeah.
DLC.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Yeah, I
Yes,
didn't
Smash
finish.
5.
Yeah, that's
no.
what-
Yeah, no, Smash 5, not anytime soon.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. This has been our TVG Talk on the rumors of the NX. Thanks a lot for watching, and until next time. Bye, guys.